some quotes from an author and making some quotes. And I wanted to kind of make a series of them and share them out. I want to take the words from a paragraph, break it down into smaller units so that I have multiple. So there are 2 ways that you could do that. And one would be to create new designs for each of them. So if you have and we'll do Instagram post squares. If you had a quote that you knew you wanted to use and you have just the one line, so we'll use pray in color as the line. You could and create yourself a quote graphic. So let me know if I'm not being heard, but I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the backgrounds here and choose. Awesome. Choose a colored background. Colors. Okay, so I'm going to choose one of these very colorful backgrounds here. I'm going to go ahead and put a square in the middle of that. Oops, 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 oops. So there's the background. And now I want to go to a square. So I got to go to Elements. And I want a square. And I want color. Square shape. Okay. I do kind of want a little bit of color in the square shape. So here we go. And then in here, I'm just going to put T for text. Oops. There we go. T, which is going to allow me to put text. I'm going to paste what I have here. And I'm going to enlarge it so that it takes up. Okay. Gray in color. I'm going to put it in the middle. Just super easy to do. Got the guide on. And I want to make that with an effect behind it that is lifting that up off of the page. The intensity is going to be dark. I am going to does that work? Do I need to make this a bolder font? There we go. Pray in color. Boom. That is a fast, quick, just get it done. Then I could go ahead and make a design if I wanted to. So I'm going to just call this pray in color. So this is what it would look like if you were creating it design by design. You would grab what it was you were going to use for your text and pop it or type it in. And you would know ahead of time what you're going to do. What I wanted to do was look at that versus doing pages. So what I'm going to do is actually go back to home and start again with creating 9. And we're going to go ahead and do Instagram posts. If you hear noises in the background, that is the house. Kara supports husband who's getting up and about at the moment. Okay, so I don't have a headset today, so you may hear all kinds of fun things in the background. Okay, so now we could add pages, but we could also go and look for multi-page carousels. But I'm actually going to go ahead and do this by copying the paragraph. Okay. I'm going to copy 2 paragraphs. And I'm going to go ahead and bring them on over by just hitting text, and I'm going to paste. So I have pasted in now these 2 paragraphs. I may grab one more paragraph or 2. Or 3. Coming back over here, making sure I'm at the end of my. Okay, there we go. All right, I know you can't see what the words are because it's so tiny, but I'm just going to pop it in there. And then we can enlarge the font size so we're able to see it a little bit better. And remember, we're going to make quote graphics with this, so it's fine if it's quite large, and it's going to get larger when we go on. Okay, so this is going to be the text from which I'm going to, and what I'm going to do is add a page, and I'm going to pop that page up at the top. Now I have my text here at the end, and I'm going to go in now, and let's get close enough so that we can read. Pray in color is what I heard recently. So many pray in black and white, a pool of gray. So let's grab that text there. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and grab that, and I'm going to paste that into this one here. And all I do is do Control V, paste it in, and then we're going to go ahead and make that text larger. I'm just clicking to make it larger. Okay. And because this is from an author, we want to make sure that we are putting her name down. So we're going to do another T1. And what's her name? Sylvia Becker. Sylvia, B-E-K-A-E-R. Okay, I like to use to denote that this is the author. Okay, often we'll do is put that on, you know, in a pretty good size font, not huge, so it's not everything. And I'm going to go ahead and italicize her. Tapping off of the item, tapping on the item, then tap the italic. That is one way to add italics. You could also, to add italics, tap in and highlight it, and then you can add the italic. That is another way to do it. Okay. Gray in color. So maybe play black with a pool of gray. So I want to create this into a graphic. And I'm going to color and the pool of gray kind of in the middle of the color. Okay, so we're going to go back to our background. Background. I'm going to go with that same one. Okay, and then within that background, we're going to go to the elements. And I'm going to go with a rounded square. And we're going to size that so that we have a border around, but then where the quote graphic is actual legible. Okay, got it directly in the middle by using the guides. Now we can go ahead and grab a hold of our handles on the side and pull this in. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and make this color a different color. We're going to grab one of the colors within, I'm going to adjust it. We're going to grab the pick color to grab a color from the design. Okay, so now we have our one from the design. Now also within here, I want to kind of have a pool of gray. So I'm going to go over here to the elements, and I'm going to look up a puddle. Because to me, a pool of gray, for some reason, feels like a puddle. Okay. And I'm going to make that a bit bigger, and it is going to become the item behind this text. It's pretty close to gray. And I actually am going to change the transparency of the shape so that the color comes through. That's behind it, but also gives some definition. Okay, which is going to give it all kind of that gray look. And this is going to be positioned backward. And I'm going to turn this. And I'm also going to put a return in there. Okay, I'm putting in some returns to change the is. Yeah, there we go. You in the middle. I think I'm going to flip this. There we go. Turn it the other way. Okay. We are almost done with this section, and then I will mute so that I can assist the people here who seem to be wanting me. Okay. What do we think, y'all? All right. There's our first one. And I will save, I won't put the logo on, but I would put a logo on for wherever I'm going to post this so that then it comes back to, you know, who I am. And then what I'm going to do is duplicate now this whole page. So now we have a basic setup for what we're going to use for each of the items. And we can change the colors. So let's go to the next item here. Okay. Righty. That was enough. Back. You can so. Alrighty. Oops, I have the wrong. Okay. So I'm grabbing the next words, and then all I have to do is select everything here and paste in the new words. The waters of Yahweh are multifaceted in an array of color, huge imaginable glory, and he is beckoning his bride to delve into living waters. I want a return there, a return there. And other than that, I think we're okay with no returns. And then I want to change this into living waters. So let's see if we can. Water. If I can add. Oh, that's kind of fun. A movie, a video. But I have kind of lost the, so let me see if I can put that video in on top so that it runs on its own. There we go. So now we can resize to be covering all of that. So pop it in the middle. And then I'm going to take that square off. That one there. I just grabbed it because I knew where it was. Probably, let me see. Back with this. And we'll go back a layer, so position. And we're going backwards. Alrighty. Now, to make this easier to see, I'm going to actually put it into bold. Okay. And then let's look at it at 100%. Just under, because 100% doesn't quite make it. Alrighty. I am thinking that I actually want to have this square be a little bit smaller, still have it there so that you've got that same look, but we have the multifaceted array of colors. And diving into living waters. There you go. So now we have two different kind of styles, but they still go together. I'm going to duplicate this top one again. And then I want to move it down so that it becomes the third page. That's with the little up and down arrows is how you move it. And we're going to go into the next phrase. So deep calls unto deep. think I want to do just that. Deep calls unto deep. And have that be the whole phrase. So that is going to, and so deep calls unto deep was said by a lot of people, but because we're still making this as a series, we'll just leave it with the Denise Sylvia Becker. I'm going to make this a whole lot larger though, because it's just those words. Deep calls unto deep. I think I'm going to go, and you can do this by enlarging, by grabbing the corners, or by doing the words. I'm going to go deep calls unto deep. There we go. And in this particular case, I am going to simply change this color to one of the colors within the photo colors. So I'm going to the photo here, and I'm changing it to a darker color. And this one here, I'm still going to leave there. So deep calls unto deep, being that deep purple. And then I would just keep going. So this is one way that you can make a series and make them unique, but yet tied together. And go ahead and take all that you've got here. Now, another way to do this, I'm going to show you this real quick, and then I'm going to pop off. Okay, so is to duplicate this page and go through and now look at page 1 here. We duplicated it first to make sure we didn't lose anything. And what I would do is take the words that I wanted to do. We've already done pray in color, but not in this particular one. So pray in color is really what I want to say in this one. So I'm going to select all of the text and just do pray in color. In New Zealand, it'd be YOR, so we'll do that. Pray in color. So this is going to be the words for one. And we're going to duplicate this again. And this is if I wanted to like do a bunch and pull out the words. And the waters of Yahweh are multifaceted. That's really what I want to pull out. The waters of Yahweh are multifaceted. So now I'm pulling out just short little phrases that are not necessarily needing to be attributed to the author, because they're a short phrase and anybody can say that and probably has said that. Just with all of the other words, it makes it their intellectual property, and if you pull it out, you could put derived from in the so actually I'm going to pull this. The waters of Yahweh are multifaceted. And what I want to say is embrace the waters of Yahweh. So I'm taking the inspiration and I'm creating the phrases that I want to use. And then by duplicating this each time and then pulling out what I want, I'm not losing what I'm pulling out and I'm finding that inspiration and creating them. Then once I have done this and I've created um, the items that I want, okay, so this is 70. So now I've got the size of the font's going to be 70. So I'm going to go here, make this 70. Okay, so I'm making the text first. Embrace the waters of Yahweh. Okay. Creating the text blocks. And then I'm going to go back and create the graphics that would be in the background. So that is another way to take a paragraph and turn it into multiple items. I hope this has been helpful today, where you can see the different ways that you can create from a single paragraph of inspiration. Have an amazing day, and definitely go and check out some of the writings of Denise Sylvia Becker, because this Pray in Color was quite inspirational for me today. Blessings and peace to you all, and have a great week. Let me see if there's any questions. I need to check the chat. Nope, we're good. Alrighty. So excited to have you with me today, and looking forward to the next time we get together for another Creative Circle time of demos. Come on over to Clubhouse and join us in there for the conversation. I'm sure we'll hang out and talk for a wee bit now also. All righty. Have a great day, great week, and we'll see you next time.